Once upon a time, there was a kingdom called Vishalgar. This kingdom was famous for its prosperity and just king. However, the king was old and had no heir. He was worried about what would happen to the kingdom after him. After much thought, he came up with a unique plan. The king announced that he would hold a special competition to choose the next heir to the throne. He invited all the children of the kingdom to the palace, and each child was given a seed. The king said, "Whoever grows the most beautiful plant from this seed will be declared the heir to the kingdom." This news spread quickly across the kingdom, and the children were filled with excitement and joy. Each of them thought about how they could win the competition and become the next ruler. Among these children was a boy named Naaman. He came from a humble family, but he was known for his honesty and sincerity. Naaman took his seed home and planted it in a beautiful pot. He decided that he would care for the seed with complete dedication. Every day, he watered the seed, placed it in the sunlight, and looked after it carefully. However, weeks passed, then months, and still, no sprout appeared from the seed. Naaman started to feel worried. His friends were excited to see their plants growing. Some had lush green plants, and some even had flowers blooming. Naaman's mother noticed that he was troubled. One evening, as Naaman sat sadly, his mother came to him. She said, "Son, be patient. Sometimes good things take time. Your job is to care for the seed with honesty." Naaman found some comfort in his mother's words, but deep down, he knew something was wrong. He had done everything possible to care for the seed, yet it did not sprout. 6 months passed, and the day of the competition arrived. The king had called all the children to the palace. Naaman was nervous. His pot was still empty, while the other children's plants looked beautiful and large. When they reached the palace, all the children stood proudly with their plants. Their confidence was clear. Naaman thought, "My pot is empty. Everyone will think I'm a fool." But he had made up his mind to stand by the truth. The king began inspecting all the plants. As he looked at each one, the children's excitement grew. The king praised the beauty of their plants. But when he reached Naaman, his face became serious. He saw that Naaman's pot was empty. The king asked, "Why is your pot empty?" Naaman lowered his head and replied, "Your Majesty, I took care of this seed with all my heart, watered it every day, and gave it time, but it never sprouted. I know the other children have beautiful plants, but I cannot lie. This is my pot, just as you gave it to me." The king looked at Naaman for a moment, and then a small smile appeared on his face. He signaled for the crowd to quiet down. "Silence," the king said in a serious tone. "The seeds I gave you all were not real seeds. They were already barren. No plant could grow from them." There was complete silence in the crowd. The children were filled with fear and confusion. The king continued, but Naaman stayed true to his honesty. Even though his pot was empty, he came forward with the truth. The rest of the children either planted a new seed or claimed someone else's plant as their own. But Naaman did not resort to lies. The king placed his hand on Naaman's shoulder and said, "Naaman, your honesty and sincerity make you the most worthy heir to this kingdom. The future of the kingdom should be in the hands of someone who never wavers from the truth." The crowd was silent, but that silence turned into respect. The people's eyes were filled with admiration for Naaman. The boy who had come with an empty pot was now going to be the next king of the kingdom. This story teaches us that in the race for success, The most important things are honesty and self-confidence. Lies and deceit may bring short-term success, but lasting victory always comes with the truth. The courage to be truthful is the seed that will flourish in any situation.